Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Accounting Educator. I'm Safir Ahmed, a senior lecturer in accounting and finance in a UK university. I also work with ACCA as an early career ambassador. So this video is relevant if you are beginner in accounting and maybe you're learning accounting first time, or perhaps you are a student of AAT level 1, access award in bookkeeping or award in bookkeeping, and you are learning how to record double entry in accordance with the double entry bookkeeping rules. So this is the way I remembered the double entry bookkeeping rules. And when I'm dealing with different topics, and if the double entry is relevant, I always, of course, apply these rules. And that's what I will suggest to all of you as well. That you, one way or another, you got to remember these rules, and you need to apply them in different situations, of course, if it is relevant to bookkeeping or financial accounting, perhaps to some extent financial reporting as well, especially in relation to the financial statements preparation. So the first thing you need to remember is dead click. Remember that this is given to us as part of the Osborne books as well. You might have come across that. So DET stands for debit, expense, asset, and drawing, and CLIC stands for credit, liability, income, and capital. Now, it doesn't stop there. And so as a basic rule, you need to remember that the nature of an expense account is debit. The nature of an asset account is debit. The nature of a drawing account is debit. However, we look into whether these are increasing or decreasing. So if expense, asset, and drawing increases, we record it on debit side. And if expense, asset, and drawing decrease, we record it on credit side. Okay, so that's in relation to expense, asset, and drawing. Now CLIC, remember CLIC stands for credit, liability, income, and capital. And if these will increase, we will record it on credit side. The nature of these accounts, the nature of liability, the nature of income account, the nature of capital account is credit. So if these will increase, we will record it on credit side. It will be credit basically. And if these will decrease, it will go on debit side. Okay, so this is how I remembered, and I hope that some of you might find it useful to remember the double entry bookkeeping rules. So if we take a couple of examples here, and so let's suppose that a cash sale is made of, let's suppose, £1,000. And remember that something will be debit and something will be credit. Now, first of all, identify the which two accounts, which two ledgers will be involved in this case. And then we will be applying these rules. So the first thing first, if it is a cash sale, and so cash will be one account, and then sales will be another account. And now look at the nature of these accounts. So cash account is an asset account. And remember what we said here, that debit, expense, asset, and drawings. So if you think about it, cash is asset. Has it increased or decreased? So if we made a cash sale, we receive the money. So which means an increase in asset, increase in cash. And remember, increase in asset, as you can see, will be debit. So it will be debit if I hold this one debit and this one credit here. So we know that cash will be debit. Why? Because the double entry bookkeeping rule says that increase in asset is debit. On the other hand, sales account is an income account, an increase in income, as you can see, increase in income will be credit with the same amount. So if we take another example, so let's suppose that rent of 2,000 paid bank. Now, which two accounts first of all? Rent and bank. Now, rent is an expense, remember? So if rent is paid, then this is increase in rent and increase in expense. Remember double entry bookkeeping rules? Debit, expense, asset, and drawing. And if these increase, debit. So rent will be debit here. And bank will be credit because bank is an asset and decrease in asset is credit, which is, remember, DEAT, debt. So which is if expense, asset, and drawing decrease, it goes on credit side. So that's why 2,000 credit. Okay, so hopefully this has given you some idea, but the key thing is that if you remember these rules on top of your head, and this will really help you. I know you might find it a little difficult in the beginning, but trust me that once you remember these and you will keep applying them, then your life will be a lot easier in level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, including any other qualification, the way you are where you study financial accounting, financial reporting, or bookkeeping, because you got to apply these double entry bookkeeping rules, at least in some topics, in those advanced levels. Okay. So thank you very much for listening. I will be back with another video. It's not a game.